Hi, this video is for students who have finished the syllabus and now they're in the practice stage. They're writing mocks and practice. Now, what do you mean by stage 3? I'll come to it. But yes, this is for students who have finished at least the syllabus as such and they're focusing on more practice and improvement. So, if you look at, we've been running CAT coaching for more than 23 years, so fairly comfortable with the exam, the strategy of how to crack it. So, we guide students. So, if you're interested, you can subscribe to our channels to get more knowledge about the same. Stages. Now, normally we talk of three stages. One is the syllabus stage where you try to complete the basic syllabus. Second is the revision stage. Once you finish the syllabus, you try to revise whatever is important, the concept, etc. If you have, sometimes you jump directly from syllabus to mocks. Sometimes you have the revision phase if you start early. And third is a mock plus practice stage. So once your revision is done, then you start with the mocks and practice. You write a mock, but you can simultaneously practice. So a lot of believe that mocks are very important. No, practice is more important. Mocks will help you to build strategy, but if you want to really improve your score, practice is what makes a difference as such. So that means having a correct way to practice becomes extremely important. And that's what we are going to talk about as to how to practice con section. I mean, if I want to really practice con, what do I need to do as far as improvement is concerned? So what is important is in the third stage. First is you need to identify difficult level of the questions. So the first stage, second is we focus on practicing or solving questions. The most important aspect about CAT is that am I able to understand the difficult level of the question by just looking at it or by spending less time on it. That becomes key to cracking the questions. Else what will happen is you will end up spending a lot of time on difficult questions and not getting enough time on easy questions. Also important is to go to all the questions, that becomes important. Second is to get better methods. So once you reach a stage where you're able to identify difficult questions, the next is to improve. You need to get better methods so you can solve faster. So focus on methods on questions that come in the examination, because the specific method, CAT some that come in the exam, you can solve with a specific method, and knowing that method will help you, get the correct answer. Next is once you understand the method, reinforce those methods. So try to use different sum from different sources and try to reinforce those methods. So not only learning the method, but being able to use those methods in different kind of sums becomes critical. Practicing different varied type of questions. So next is when you practice, you don't practice topic wise, but you practice different kind of questions as far as possible. So practicing varied kind of questions becomes extremely important. How do you practice? What I normally recommend is take 5 to 10 questions at a time, depending on how much time is available. So if you feel that you have more than an hour's time, you can take 10 questions. If you feel no, you have only half an hour to 45 times, then take 5 questions. You can take this from any mocks or you can take it from section tests, whichever. Ideally mix questions as such. So go to all the questions, 15 seconds per question. Each question takes 15 seconds and go to it without solving it. So and mark it as easy, medium, tough. The idea is to be able to identify the questions in a short period of time. Identify whether it's difficult or easy as such. Even the mock or the actual exam, this becomes key, whether I'm able to identify a question easy or medium or tough in that given time frame. That becomes important. Once you go to the whole and come back and check whether whatever you marked is correct or wrong. Then you need to keep on modifying your basis of marking it, what is easy, what is medium, what is tough. You may mark it based on length of the question, you may mark it based on the topics, but ideally it should be that you read it once and you should be able to make out how it is easy, medium or tough. You'll come up with videos telling you how to classify them. But let's go down. The second round is to go to each question. Now you finish first round, you're going to all. Let's say I've taken 10 questions, I've taken 15 seconds per question. So I finished 2.5 minutes. So 2.5 minutes I've finished the first round, that is, let's say 2.5 minutes, I've gone to all the questions and marked them as easy, medium and tough. Now we come for questions and maybe I try to solve each question 2 minutes without pen and paper. Okay, and that helps you to get better method. I mean, if you're fundamentally good in mathematics, trying to solve without pen and paper helps you think through the sum and understand the sum better. Okay, this is to focus to get better method. If you're not comfortable saying that I'm not comfortable without pen and paper, then use pen and paper and solve. There's no harm. You can skip this step. But if you're looking at person who's scoring really high, I would recommend this step. I mean, because not using pen and paper not only helps you to get better method, but helps you to solve faster as well. Helping you. In the initial period, you may be slow, but over a period of time, you become fast. Then if you're not able to solve in this 2 minutes, then come back, try to solve with pen and paper. Take 4 minutes and try to solve with pen and paper. Okay. See if you get the answer. If you don't get it, then look at the solutions. Okay. So totally the whole thing should take, each question should take 15 seconds out here, 2 minutes out here, 4 minutes out here, This becomes 6 minutes, and then maybe another 3 to 4 minutes out here to look at the solution and understand. So around 10 minutes on an average, you should try to finish a particular. Maybe go to a little more than 10 minutes, but around 10 minutes is what you should try to finish one question on an average. Some may take a little less, some may take a little bit more. So that means if you're taking a 5 or 6 question this one, it should finish within an hour. That's how it goes. Okay, if you get a good method, so when you're solving it, suppose you get a good method for solving question on your own or by looking at a solution, then note the question in a book. You can come back and revise, or maybe use that method again somewhere in different type of sums. So this is ideally a way to go for practicing. If you can do that, it helps you to identify difficult level paper. It helps you to try to get to solve in a faster method and try to get better methods as far as possible. Right? I hope this helps. We'll come up with videos that will help you solve maybe DLR, verbal, etc. as well. You can subscribe to our channel to get more information. Thank you.